Hello. Hello. We got 23 votes in the poll. Let's see. 57% for Mew. I like it because, I don't know, Mew and Mewtwo are both really cool. I think I like Mew more. They're very, very close in my opinion, though. And we already have 14 likes before the stream even started. I love it. Only have 3 people talking in chat, so I'll let people come in here so they can get a hello from me, because everybody likes to say hi right after I'm done saying hi. But I'll flip back over to my cam here, and let's show off what we got in stock. So, we do not have that much left, because the Blastoise DMG literally just sold. Thank you to Troy. The notification popped up when I was setting up the stream. So, unfortunately, your name won't pop up on the screen, but thank you very, very much, Troy. Really appreciate it. Now, that leaves us with these 3 because the Blue Pocket finally sold over the weekend. I'm very excited about that. Very happy about that. So thank you. I don't remember who bought it, but thank you. It's on the way to you. But we've got the Pink Pocket, the Red and White DMG, and we still shockingly have this Orange Game Boy Advance SP. I don't know why. I think this is a really clean looking SP, and you guys love SPs for whatever reason. So, that is what we have for sale. And obviously, we've got a Mew popping up here. This is what we're going to do today. But I never picked out a second color for shells and whatever the second Game Boy is going to be. So, yeah, I don't really know what to do. I'm not sure. I'm going to end the poll here. We got 34 votes in. Still 56% for Mew. All right, Mew wins. Mew wins. Let's say hello to everybody. We got Mario, Kelly, Iowa Retro Gamer Dad. Totally not cool. 17 foxes, 17 whole foxes here. We got that guy, Oscar, Ollie. I almost said oil. Ollie L. We got David Craft. We got Downright Spiffy. We got Reed Smith, Void the Gardevoir, Scott Kordick, and Dylan. Hello. How y'all doing? Scott, it's always nice to see you in here. It's always nice to see all of you in here. But I think we need to I think I need your help choosing what the second Game Boy of the day is going to be. So, I'm going to flip back over to this so I can see it in live time. But I've got a yellow, a lime, like a minty color Game Boy. I've got a clear blue, a clear dark, is that purple? That's pretty purple. I've got all of that. And then I got all of this too. Ooh, actually, I think I may have just answered my own question. Hello, Stellars. I didn't skip over you, did I? No. But hello. I think I have my answer. Because this has been a fan favorite. You might be thinking, oh, it's just a gray shell. What do you mean? Hold up. Boom. I really hope this is glass. If not, oh, it's too thin anyways. Well, that's fine. This is more of a budget one anyways because it doesn't come with the box. Anyways, a return of the Sword and Shield one that'll be a little slightly different. Sword and Shield colors. Let's tear these down. What do you say? Javier. That was purchased a couple weeks ago. Eventually, the notifications will get caught up. Eventually. Okay. I was about to plug in my soldering iron. It's not soldering time. I need to put my hat backwards so I don't keep hitting the camera. But alright, screwdriver. Good afternoon, fellow heathens. I guess we're heathens now. Philip, hello. I didn't say your name because your name wasn't popping up in chat. I go based off of who said something in chat. And if you say something too early, like, I don't know, 5 a.m. my time, then I think it gets deleted after a while. Because I've chatted things like at the very beginning when I first post it, and it'll be gone by the time I start stream. So, Erwin, Velcorn, first time joining the chat. Welcome. Welcome. There we go. All right, who's been playing Tears of the Kingdom? Because I haven't. Again, we've gone over this a little bit with Zelda Week, but the game is getting hyped up for me. Everybody's saying how amazing it is. It got pretty much perfect scores across the board. Yet I've barely played like maybe half of Breath of the Wild. Tried to start the original game and hated it. The original game meaning the original Zelda NES game. Hated it mainly because I got lost and then died and then started over. Because that's how that game goes. And I didn't have a guide to read. But everybody's hyping it up, and it looks good. It does look fun. But I'm like, man, I probably should just play Breath of the Wild if I'm going to play a Zelda game, right? Or something else that I already own. Because I do own some Zelda. I own quite a few Zelda games for some reason. But I also think it could be one of those things where, like, if you're not a Zelda fan, then you might not think it's that amazing. I think I'm mostly just jealous that there's a really good game launch that I'm not a part of. I haven't played it yet either, so you're not alone. Cool. Cool, cool. I'm at work watching the mod video and playing my OG Pokemon Blue. You're doing 2 other distracting things at work? On the job? I appreciate you being here, though. Almost missed today's stream. I gotta be in the lab. Oof. Well, honestly, lab work probably sounds like fun, because I assume the other stuff you're doing is like paperwork. Oh, all these screw posts must be broken because no screws in it. Yep. Sick. Less work for me. This one's got 2 screws. Oh, 2 screws, but I think that this one still has... Yeah, I don't think that screw post is working either. I think there was one good screw post between these 2. So I'm gonna... Alright, I'm gonna use the original screws anyways. Oh, this one was fine. 2 good screw posts between the 2 Game Boys. Okay. Got Mew on the blue version too. Nice. I will say that I did enjoy going back to play the original Pokemon games because I was not alive when those came out. And I didn't play them until was it last year or 2 years ago? Very recently. And they were fun. It wasn't that bad. I would definitely recommend playing it on an emulator so you can fast forward. But yeah, I don't know. If you're like fine with just playing it chill and don't mind the slow movement in text and all that stuff, if you're used to playing Pokemon on original hardware, then it's probably not a big deal. But with how long Pokemon games can be, I don't know. It took me a while to finish Blue, and took me even longer to finish Silver, which technically I never finished Silver because I could not beat Red and I really didn't want to grind. So I got to him, tried battling him a couple times, and just got wrecked. Tears of the Kingdom is amazing, and I legit stayed up until 3 a.m. back to back since release. That was me when Jedi Survivor came out, and that's just me every day. So that's not that special, but usually I'm working. I'm either working or gaming, or I finished working at like 1:30, 2 a.m. and so I'm like, I want to relax for an hour before I go to bed. Like last night, so I ate French toast while watching some Alpharad videos. So yeah. Anyways, I heard Breath of the Wild is great, so I just hope the new one is much better. Minish Cap is wonderful, by the way. Yeah. Just started playing, but Switch graphics are rough coming from PC. Yeah. It still looks pretty, though. I'm enjoying Link Between Worlds. It's a lot of fun. There's not many Zelda games that I hear bad things about. Only one I've ever played is Ocarina of Time on N64. Did you like it? Minish Cap is on the Switch online thing, but I think it's on the more expensive tier, but still, you can play it on Switch. It builds on Breath of the Wild and perfects many things. Okay. But is Breath of the Wild a necessity to play before Tears of the Kingdom? What do you think, Erwin? Okay. If you don't mind paying extra for games on DK Oldies, then go ahead. It's really up to you. I would look up a lot of reviews on them before any purchases are made. But I never personally bought anything from DK Oldies, so I cannot say anything. Alright. Let's get started. This has a little bit of shmoo. Instantly better. I know I've cleaned these. I can just see the outline. Okay. Just a little bit for the rest of them. Okay. So, let's get out the mod kit. Mod kits. I'm playing Ocarina 3D currently on my 3DS. I'm loving the graphics update. Looks great without losing the retro feel. Nice. Yeah, that's one of the things where I'm like, okay, should I play Ocarina on like the N64? Should I emulate it? Goodness gracious. I own it. I could emulate it on Switch Online. I could emulate it on my PC. I could... What else could I do? I could play it on my N64. I could play it on my 3DS. I could emulate the 3DS version. Which, that's what I did for Samus Returns. For Metroid 2. I did the 3DS remake, and I played that on my Steam Deck, and that was definitely worth it. Because I love the 3DS, but it's still not, it's too thin. It's not super ergonomic. So, especially playing something intense like that, it was so much better to play it on the Steam Deck. When you say how do you emulate games, are you saying how do I emulate games? Like what do I use? Or are you like just saying in general like you don't know how to emulate games? If you're asking how I emulate games, just say how do you, like all caps you. What do I do for work? I don't like to talk about it. Not many things I keep private in my personal life. I'd like to keep that private. We call it the Unicorn Farm because it's my family business. In general, you can get them by many a means, and I'm actually working on a video talking about how to legally obtain your own ROMs. And beyond that, emulation is not illegal. What is illegal is illegally obtaining the ROMs of those games. Which, whatever you... I don't really care what you do, but I'm not going to tell you how to illegally download any games. I would, in fact, advise against that. And that's why I want to do a video talking about how to do it legally. But like the actual emulation stuff, like the emulators, are not illegal. And that is a pretty simple thing you can find for just about any device nowadays. Just gotta look up tutorials. Yeah, I think I finally got in all of the devices. that I need to do the video. But I've got a couple other videos I'm working on first. Some things are just finished, and some things are a little more time sensitive, so I want to get to those first. Like another new mod kit. I'm going to need flux for that. There we go. Okay. So R sticks out to the left, and the others two stick out to the right. And since I'm right-handed, it's a lot easier to do this one. Oops. Wrong wire. But speaking of videos, shout out to all my members. You guys are getting Friday's video very early. Hopefully later today, if not tonight. I have it finished all but one little line I gotta add in. Because I recorded, I'll be honest here, you guys get the inside scoop. Sometimes I write my scripts a little earlier before I've fully tested everything, because I'm like, oh, I know how this is gonna go. I still double check after, like before I post the video, because I don't want to lie to you guys, but scheduling wise, it makes it, sometimes it's easier for me to just record the script before I test certain things, aka battery life in this situation. And I was working on a review of a portable console, and it being a portable home console running off of AAA batteries, I assumed that the battery life was terrible. So I said it only lasts a couple hours, and then I was going to do a time lapse of the battery drain, and it turned out to be 6 hours. So I have to right my wrongs here, and I have to change that one little voice line. Which just means I was very impressed by this device. Well, in battery life. I don't want to spoil it. But if you want to see that video early, and other videos early, and hopefully more and more earlier than expected, join the Mod Squad. Become a member. Hit that join button down below. I'm hoping to also finish the next week's video this week, hopefully in the middle of the week, probably more like the end of the week or next Monday or something, but yeah, I have a good chunk of the next week's video finished, so you might get 2 extra videos, or 2 early videos I should say, this week. Did you fix the soldering iron tip issue? Yeah, I fixed it by buying a new one. After the tip was not doing well, the cable that plugs into the soldering iron to power it, that cable started messing up. And if you go back probably a month or so in the streams, I show off what I did to fix the cable for the time being. But I had to use a very interesting splint to keep the wire from bending. I made the splint out of crayons. Okay. Just gonna preemptively put some flux down there. I'll do it on the other one off camera. There we go. Wires are getting tangled up here. It's alright. Just noticed that there was like something weird up here. There was an extra bit of solder up here that was, it looked like it was bridging on the capacitor, but I don't think it actually was. But I cleaned that up just in case. Okay, now let's connect the select wire. There we go. And I'll clean the tip. That's pretty much all of the soldering that we need to do for now. I'm gonna take a drink. Hello, Eamon. How you doing? Alright. Put the solder off to the side. Let's actually get the shells out. I think this is glass, which is good, but unfortunately, yeah, it is it's a drop-in lens. It is an OEM lens. It is not an IPS lens. Neither is this one. Which is fine, I have plenty of IPS lenses. Apparently this tape is impenetrable. Goodness. Do you really need to tape a Ziploc baggie? I don't think so. Okay, is this one glass? Yeah, that's glass. Okay. So Jake, the realist question of the day, which one of these GBAs are going to be the most flossy? Is that like a Gen Z term? Which I know I'm Gen Z, but like that it's either in like a millennial term for cool or a Gen Z term for cool, and I'm just so in the middle of those that I don't understand either of them. Or it's really, really old. Come on. I understand they only want to have one injection mold thing for all of the different kits, but man, is this annoying. Okay. Can I do this all with my fingertips? Or my fingernails? I don't think so. Not these little posts. These are annoying. This one you can't really get out without just flush cutting, yeah. Which doesn't matter as long as... Actually, I did get the whole thing out. Okay, and then these two. Okay, and then this one probably at least has one little thing to nip off, yeah. See, isn't that so much nicer? Okay. I need to get screen lenses for these. Okay. Go. How do you know which posts to remove for which kit? I know just based off of memory, but okay. I think if you're just doing a drop-in kit, you just leave it alone. You don't touch anything. Yeah. If you're doing a drop-in kit, you just leave it alone. If you're doing the IPS kit, then you want to take out these top two posts and these, anything that's close to the middle and all the stuff on the right side. You just want to leave the farthest one down here and the three on the left for IPS. But if you're doing a drop-in, you just leave it. And if you're doing any other kit, then you shouldn't be using the shell. I mean, you could probably use it, you just have to modify it heavily. But anyways, let's get the tape down. Come on. There we go. The AC is kicked on. You're never too late. I mean, you probably missed some things. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have peeled that yet. Oh, man. Okay, well. In the interest of not getting dust on the screen, we're going to do this the easy, medium, hard way. I recommend putting the insulation film and this plugged into the screen before you stick it down. It is incredibly hard to do it afterwards. So we're gonna actually do it the right way on the second one first. Put the insulation film down. Then we can plug it in. Then we can put the double-sided tape down. Yeah, with the YouTube notifications, gotta make sure that you have it set to all posts, because usually when you just hit the bell, I believe it just does the like sometimes. Wait a minute. Oh, that's stupid. Why they gotta do that? Okay, well, I'm gonna take out these two side posts then, because these cutouts don't line up. Just gonna flush cut it. Okay. Oh, that's even more annoying. Why do you do this funny playing? Peyton! 6 months being in the mod squad. Peyton wants to see the video early today. That's for sure. Thank you, Peyton. Happy 6 months. We've actually got some people that are about to hit 1 full year, which is crazy. A whole year. Got quite a few people actually. But if you want to be like Peyton and the rest of the mod squad, then hit that join button down below. Alright. Now I gotta figure out what I want to do with this sticker, because it's annoying. I'm gonna try, you know what? They give you the posts for a reason. I'm going to remove this as well, so I can put this stupid tape down. Because they put the tabs too close to the edge. I think they bought this mod kit just so they could make sure that the dimensions were bad for the sticker. I think they did that on purpose. Definitely not me just being frustrated. Because this kit is not the funny playing kit, and this is a funny playing shell. But what we can do here, I'm gonna peel it off just cause. Not really necessary because no one's gonna see it. But these acrylic pieces that you probably see me throw away almost every single stream, GBA stream I should clarify, these are spacers. Typically, they're just meant to be used with the original shells when you trim them for this mod. So you can fit it in perfectly. But in this case, I just cut all those posts off and then use the spacer, and now it fits in like a glove. Like a glove. What's up, Super Light Water? How you doing? Ooh, I'm gonna start with sticking the screen lens down on the Mew so I can actually grip it fully. Okay. Now I can get a good grip on this when I plug this in, and then I can tell Mr. Irwin my take on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Let me make sure that's what he said. Yes, I think as a trilogy, it is probably one of the best. I mean, one of the best just movie trilogies ever, because there's not a ton of movie trilogies that can stick the landing on all of the movies. Like, usually when there's a trilogy, one of them's bad. Even if it's a really, like, favored franchise. But I still think maybe it's just nostalgia, and maybe it's the fact that I've only seen Volume 3 once, but I still think it's probably my least favorite of the three, but it's still a top 10 or top 15 Marvel movie, which is very high praise. I do want to go back. I used to rank all the movies for myself all the time, and I kind of want to rank the MCU movies again, now that it's been a whole phase since I've done it. I haven't done it since probably Endgame. But yeah. Let's see. Anybody have recommendations for other UV printed GBA shells? RGRS doesn't have the variety that I'm looking for, and the Charizard one is always out of stock. You should check out AliExpress. I don't know if I have that link in the description, but if you just search UV printed GBA shells, or just IPS GBA shells or something like that into AliExpress, that's where I get all of my UV printed stuff now, because spoiler alert, I don't know why I said spoiler alert, that's where people like RGRS are gonna get their shells from to sell to you. So you can just buy it from AliExpress, get a little bit cheaper, but it's going to take a while longer to get to you. So members only MCU rankings. Okay, I'll do it for a Mod Squad video. That actually sounds fun. I probably won't edit it though. Probably won't edit it. What I'll do, I can just do a tier list video. I'll do a tier list video. That's what I'll do. Okay. Thank you for the idea, Peyton. I hope I remember. Okay, let's keep going, because we're only 45 minutes in. Every time I look up at the clock, I'm like, oh, we're an hour into the stream. No, I'm 15 minutes late to the stream, so we're 45 minutes into the stream. And I'm dropping buttons left and right. Actually, I didn't drop left or right. I dropped A. Where is it? Really delayed, but I haven't been using my sound effects enough. I keep dropping everything. Okay. Get this a little more in frame. D-pad. This one goes on the right. I have stuff everywhere. Let's get that little baggie of these things out. I need to, speaking of AliExpress, I need to look and see if there's any affiliate links for that. Because I use that website all the time, and one, I would love to use my own affiliate code if it saves me any money, but I assume for a site like that it would just give me money for every purchase. But two, it'd also be nice to get money for every purchase that I make. Because that's what I used to do when I just had I think when I only had RTRS's code, I would just use code Jake to save money. But now I get cheaper discounts other ways to avoid well, I guess I don't know if it's to avoid. I don't know how it works, since technically if I get paid by Zed Labs for my affiliate revenue, then I think at a certain point, gosh darn it, I'd have to. Where'd I go? I think at a certain point I'd have to pay taxes in England, the UK. I don't want to have to do that. I don't know anything about taxes in the UK. So instead, he's paying me in store credit, which is helpful because I buy a lot from them. So every time you make a purchase with code Jake at Zed Labs, you give me money to spend at Zed Labs. Okay. And if the IRS is watching and that was the wrong way to go about it, then I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Anyways, light pipe. Who said it? Anybody say it? No. That's because DC's not here, but that's all right. He told me beforehand. Which to anybody watching or moderators or not, you don't have to tell me. I do appreciate it. I think it's cool that you guys want to keep me in the loop. But if you're gonna miss a stream, you don't have to let me know. It's fine. Oh yeah, I didn't see it at first, but my mom is no longer under my dad's name in in the chat. So anytime you see a Tracy S, that is my mother. And holy crap, Abraham, your last name's cut off, but Abraham with the $5 and a ha 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 pear emoji. I love it. Is that an emoji? Is that a GIF? What do you guys? What would you guys call that? It's not emoticon, but. I wish that, I mean, like, for that one, I don't know how, I don't know what it would say, but I think I have text-to-speech on. Maybe it's above $10, or 10 or above. But I thought I had it on for 5 and above. But either way, thank you. Oh, it might have to be through the other way. I don't know if it would work for YouTube chat. I don't know. What temp do you have your soldering iron? I set it to 300. And if it's a little tougher, if it's like not melting right, I would up it to like 350, but I wouldn't go above 350 for stuff like this. So, but flossy was a hip hop / rap term from the 2000s. Okay. It's hard to gauge that stuff when I don't know, and I don't know. I feel like most people are older than I know. Most people are older than me that watch my stuff. But yeah. Yes, Devin, these will be up for sale on my website once we're done. So let's keep going, because I'm keeping everybody waiting. And it is progressively getting messier and messier. B on the inside, A on the outside. How long have I been saying that? Yeah, it could be a stream. I could probably do it as a stream. The only thing that sucks about members only streams is there's not too many members yet, so unless I did it like, I don't know, even if I do it at noon, there's probably only going to be like 1 or 2 people in the stream. So I don't know. The lab brings lots of lags on my end. Did you say it twice as a joke, or did it not? Did you not think it sent the first time? Either way, it was funny. First time able to catch your build live. Love your work. Thank you. I love your viewership. Emoticons are for the way cool. I prefer emoticons, and I hate when services are like, oh, you put a smiley face out of a colon and a parenthesis, let me change that to an emoji for you. Like, no, dude, I don't want your crappy emoji. Microsoft, Discord. I don't. Discord might be Microsoft too. I don't know. No, I think it's Discord. Like, I'm just trying to put an emoticon, and you're auto-correcting my emoticon to an emoji. That's not cool. Whoa! Peyton. What are you doing? Peyton gifting 5 memberships to the mod squad. Welcome Erwin, Kelsey, TH, Philip, and cover your ears, children, Shit Monkey. Welcome to the mod squad. Oh my gosh. Some of you guys' names just crack me up. But thank you, Peyton. Oh, I didn't know that it popped up with a little thing like that. Is that new? Well, actually, to be fair, not many people have gifted memberships. We're gonna hear this 5 times. Well, that's okay. Okay. I do know that it goes based off of who has been here the most in like recent times too. So the more often you're hanging out in chat, the more likely you're gonna get a gifted membership. Remy, how you doing, Remy? We're gonna be here a while. Oh, other one. Okay, this is a 32 pin. So we gotta flip this one down and fold it. Oh, is that all 5 of them already? I thought there was like 1 or 2 more. Either way, thanks again, Peyton. That was super awesome. I greatly appreciate it. What are the mods / options going into these Game Boy Advances? It is a reshell, and it is an IPS kit. More specifically, the V2 IPS kit from High Speed Edo. So it's going to have adjustable brightness, 15 levels, I believe, of adjustable brightness. And that's really it. Just a better screen. I don't do the extra stuff because not everybody wants it, and I've said my opinions quite a bit. I don't think audio amps 90% of the time are worth the money. Even though they aren't that expensive, it's not worth the time and effort. Come on. They just amplify the sound. They don't make it sound better. So if it doesn't sound that great, it's just gonna be louder. And it usually adds some whine to the sound. And well, you can get new capacitors, and that might help. It probably won't. So I just say no. And I don't do it. Alright, I want to screw this down first. Right there. There's only a few add-ons that I think are worth it, and I actually need to order some LED kits because I would like to do more LED kit mods, specifically from Natalie the Nerd, because I like to support my friends. But other than that, like, I'll probably do more of the extra mods, like, because so like the big picture plan is to eventually slow down the Game Boy selling side of it and just focus on doing YouTube content. But right now, since YouTube doesn't get as many views as I would like to, support myself, I continue to make the mods for you guys. But eventually, instead of just like right now, things might change. But right now, I'd eventually just like to stop or slow down the amount of Game Boys I make, and trying to put that off to the side. Oh shoot, I never plugged that in. Or stuck that down. Oops. Eventually I'd like to slow it down. Remy. Your first super chat? Is that first super chat ever? Thank you, Remy. Thank you for the $2. You did not have to. I appreciate it. But eventually I'd like to slow down the making and selling of mods. I need to unplug this. and focus on what I'm trying to say. Eventually I'd like to slow it down for the 18th time and do like maybe one a stream, maybe do one stream per week, focus more on YouTube stuff, and then I would probably do more of the cooler mods that take more time, like, I don't know, HDMI out mods, stuff like that. And then probably just stop making mods after a while. Let other people do it. I don't think I would want to expand into like hiring someone to make them regularly or whatever, but never say never. But I think eventually I would like to do more in-depth stream mods, especially things like I've already made videos on that are more in-depth. I don't know, every once in a while throw up a modded PS1 or something. I haven't done one of those yet, but modded Dreamcast or something. I don't know. I'm gonna put the screen lens on now. I sent a super chat before. I don't know why it says that. Maybe it's just for this stream, for my channel. I don't think you've sent one to me before. If you have, I apologize. I know you've spent a lot of money with me. Hello, Mr. Mayo, Mr. Ezra. Where's my tweezers at? A little bit of fuzz there. There we go. Now we can solder the rest of that. Okay. Let's see. Got the controller in and it's strictly for Tears of the Kingdom. Really? Got used to it? Yeah, I don't think I could ever get used to that, especially for a game like Tears of the Kingdom that seems a lot more intense with the button presses at points. I have done an SP USB-C mod. I did it for I haven't done one on technically I've done one on camera. I just haven't edited and posted it. Anyways, Kelsey says thanks, Peyton. Yes, thank you, Peyton. Super awesome once again. Erwin's thinking my modded GBA with the upgraded amp, but I actually rarely use it. It's just not amazingly useful. Yeah. Okay. What lens does it fit flush in the shell? Like that there's a gap on the sides, or is it actually sticking up? And are you talking about yours or like all of them in general? So if you have a problem with your Game Boy, you should let me know. But if you're just talking about the cutout, then there's nothing I can really do about that. No, should probably turn on the soldering iron, huh? Hey, I'm sure you've said this before, but what's your history of working with electronics? I just get a bit intimidated when working with anything that requires soldering. Any tips? I uh, I learned how to do this in 2020 during the pandemic. My history, like as far back as it goes with messing with electronics, uh, I definitely tinkered a little bit. Need to get some flux going for this, because I had the red ring on my 360, so I was always tearing that thing apart. And so that's really the only experience I had when I was younger. And then 2020 came around. Actually, this marks year 3, because it was May 2023 or May 2020 when I started all this. And I just started with tearing it down, doing in-depth cleanings, and then I did full shell swaps. I did a drop-in kit, and then to finally learn how to solder, I did a couple macros, and I failed a couple times, but thankfully with macros, it's all pretty cheap. The DS Lite's still only about $20 broken, and then what else is there? DS Lite's only about $20 broken, and you can get like a million of those 330 ohm resistors for like $5. So altogether, as long as your shell isn't totally beat up, it's a really cheap mod to learn. But even then, nowadays even then there were too, but there are cool solder learning kits that you can buy. Retro Game Repair Shop's got some cool ones. Eventually, I do want to do a stream where I not teach how to solder, because I don't think I'm the best person to teach how to solder, but I would like to do a stream where I do one of those solder test kits and have you guys follow along with me, whether it's live or after the fact. I should probably make sure that this is out of the way. And if you're wondering why the power switch looks a little funky, it's because the tab broke, and the only extra tab I could find was an SP one, which is a slight bit smaller, but once everything's closed up, it works just fine. Can you just stay in there? Whatever, that's fine. Laminated screens. Right now, the only laminated screen I like, I'm just now getting my hands on. The only one I really like, the one that's like no compromises, and I still haven't fully tested it yet, so I can't say whether it's like the one you should get or not, but it's looking like it is. That'll be not this Friday, but the next Friday's video. But yeah, I don't trust the Funny Playing laminated kit, and the one I just took a look at a couple weeks ago is a plastic lens and has a few other small problems with it that I'm not super happy with. So this kit that I'm working on is still my go-to kit. And in my opinion, Well, yes, there is a little bit of a benefit to the lamination with it being closer to that glass. So it does look a little bit nicer. The majority of the niceness of the laminated kit is the process of the build process, putting it together. So, yeah. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I need to get laminated kits to sell on stream and stuff. Like, yeah, I want a nice laminated kit so it's easier on me, so I don't have to worry about crooked screens anymore. Don't have to worry about placing it perfectly. Don't have to worry about fingerprints. But as it stands, most of the benefit is for the build process. So I'm not worried about it for streams yet. Okay. Let's test this bad boy out. Make sure I got it right. Beautiful. See, and that's the nice thing about this is you cannot really tell with a black screen lens where the gaps are. Because it's not like, you can still see the whole screen, but it's not an evenly spaced placement. There's definitely more of a gap at the bottom than there is at the top. But you cannot tell with a black screen lens and the background of the screen being black. So it's cool. It would be more bothersome if it was any other color screen lens. I'm gonna test this real quick since I haven't put all the screws in for it yet. Okay, we might need to clean the power switch again. Brightness adjustment works. Cool. A, B, start, select, right, left, down, up. Can't tell. Okay, I think it's just because it's not screwed down properly, which happens if you don't have your back half screwed down all the way. Then your power switch might not work as intended. But if it still has problems, because I test these before I send them out, and as time goes on, I learn more and I test more and more thoroughly. But I will make sure that the power switch is 100% okay before I send it out. And if you ever have a problem, you gotta let me know and I'll fix it. Okay. Does the laminated kit you were talking about have shell restrictions? When you say that, you mean like restrictions on what shells you can use? Because yes, this new one, I need to, like I said, I need to do more thorough testing, and I thought about it before I got it in, but then once I got it in, I just did the tutorial and didn't test it. But I wanted to see if I could put it in one of the IPS shells without having to trim anything and see if that would work. But I don't think so. I still think that you need to trim a shell a little bit, but I would like to I want to go back and test that. So, because the shell I got the kit with was pre-trimmed, and I think if you do have to trim it, if you do have to trim an IPS ready shell, it would have to be like very minimal. It would be very minimal. So, but I need to test it. I don't want to say anything definitive. Okay. It was a little delayed that time, but A, B, right, left, down, up, start, select, R, and L. Cool. All right. That is that. I will have to take a picture of this one, but I think we can just go ahead and list the Mew Game Boy right now. So, if you're interested in either of these Game Boys, get your fingertips ready. I'm going to be listing those right now. Starting with the Mew one, because I just think that that one's ready to go. If I hit Mew, ooh, it says TV out. We just have to get rid of the TV out listing on that. You know what? I will take pictures of this one. I have to change the price on it too, because TV out. Okay, this was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Okay. But there are no special Mew stickers with this one, unfortunately. So, gotta delete that picture. Yeah, that looks like that picture. Okay. Cool. Everything seems good on the listing. And it is... Really? I just clicked on an email as soon as I was about to hit save. It is now live. The Mew one, sorry. That was off camera the whole time. The Mew Game Boy right here. The headlining Game Boy Advance is now live. I deleted that other picture. Delete. Stupid Shopify. Once again, there will be a sticker on the back, but just a regular sticker, not the fancy Mew stickers. Because it did not come with it. Now let's... And did Alexander just snag that immediately? Alexander! Oh, right there. Dude, it pops up so fast. If it's not... If Streamlabs isn't open, it'll be incredibly delayed on that notification. But if I'm live, it's instant. Instant. Anyways, thank you, Alexander. I really appreciate that. This will probably get out to you either tomorrow or like Thursday, Friday. We'll see. I don't know what the plans are quite yet. I'll actually put the sticker on here. And we'll get... Oh, wow. This is a thick sticker. This is nice. Usually these stickers aren't that high quality. I mean, like, they're high quality. They're just not, like... They're not that thick. I like the thicker ones. Okay. Put that off to the side. And Once again, I have to get rid of the TV out moniker. It's really been that long. It's also does not have the stickers and does not have the gray screen lens. So, okay, switch style. Also does not come with the box. Does not come with the box. I swear. Maybe this one shipped out with the box, didn't it? I don't remember. Have I done this one more than once before? I'm not sure. But we can peel the peel. Take the picture. And oh, it says active. Oh shoot. Wrong price. Don't buy it at $220 unless you want to give me extra money. There we go. $199. And there we go. I'll go put the sticker on it real quick. And if you're interested in this Game Boy Advance here, I recommend buying it as soon as possible because it will get snagged. As soon as I post about it elsewhere, it will get snagged. I've had many people ask me to redo this one. So, there it is, in all its glory. I don't mind a little trimming, but if I have to make the cutout larger by a significant amount, then I'm out. Yeah, that one with the funny playing one, you have to cut out pretty much the entirety of where the screen lens touches, and like then some, because you have to angle it so it fits in right. Just absolute garbage design. I'm sorry. It's just like it honestly aggravates me because it not only does it change a lot of their business because they have to make an entirely new mold for it, but you can't just do it on your own. They're trying to make it proprietary in this sense. And the two other companies who have made laminated kits so far did it the right way, the easier way for everyone involved. And yeah, I don't know if it was a process of just over engineering it so far that they forgot about the simple way to do it that would be the better way, because I know that's a thing. But I just have a feeling that they're like, let's make it this way, so they have to buy ourselves too. And I don't like that. It's one thing to do it so it's like, okay, if you want to trim yours, then it's fine. But this is like an advanced level of trimming if you want to do it with your own shells. But, yeah. Okay. And I think that's really about it for me. I will go over what we still have in stock, which is almost one of everything. We've got this guy still. We've got this orange Advance SP. We got this red and white DMG, and we have the pink Game Boy Pocket. I'll probably do another drop of like probably another Pocket, another DMG. I might not do another DMG actually. Might hold off on that because I'm limited on my DMGs right now. But I'll probably do at least one of each of these for tomorrow or for Wednesday's drop. So yeah, and for the members, there should be a video live later today. That is the early screening of Friday's video. So look forward to that. And I think I'll also be doing an MCU an MCU movie, and I'll do the TV shows as well, ranking all of those for the members, and that will exclusively be a members only video and never come to the public channel. But random question: when you do game streams, do you allow backseating gaming, or prefer not to get help from the chat? I like getting help, but what I don't like is, I think everybody would most people enjoy getting help when they're stuck in a video game, unless they're like specifically saying, let me figure it out. If it's a puzzle and the whole game is doing puzzles, I don't want to know. I don't want help unless I'm asking for it directly. But like, what drives most people crazy with the backseating is like saying, hey, you're doing this wrong. Hey, you suck, kind of thing. Not like, I know most people aren't going to say you suck, but in the sense of like, if I'm just trying to play the game and I'm not great at it, don't try and critique me, even if you're trying to be helpful. Just let me be bad, unless I'm just doing something so horrible that it's like, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, thank you for telling me that, kind of thing. I don't know. It's a hard line to find, but I hope that helps. And we got one more question before we end it here. I got a question: do the advances in SPs work with the GameCube or no? They do work with them. The only mod to it is the screen. I think even the TV out kits would still work with the GameCube, but the link port is unchanged, so you can definitely still connect this to the GameCube and use it with that attachment. So yeah. Anyways, that is about it for me. So I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. Whew, man, it's a long one.